So hi, welcome again to microwavemasterchef.com. Today we've got my nephew here. It's his first day at university. I'm going to show him how to cook some food, because you know what, one of the most important things that students worry about is where they're going to get their food from. Right? You can eat chips or kebabs all day, takeaways, and after about 2 weeks you're going to run out of money. Yeah? And you're going to be sick. And if you didn't run out of money, you just end up like that dude we saw walking past a minute ago. You don't want that. Nah. So yeah, what you can do, you've got an oven here. I don't know what that muck is in there though. I wouldn't even want to use that, to be honest with you. You've got your cooker. But the other thing that students are short on is time. Too much time partying, checking woman, like studies. Yeah, is that right? Studies. Okay. We'll see about that. I hope so. I hope you do. But like I said, there's a lack of time. Time is short when you're a student, and this right here is your answer. Right? And as you've seen before in my other videos and on microwavemasterchef.com, you can cook practically anything in the microwave oven in a fraction of the time that it would take to cook on the hob or in the oven. So today I'm going to show you how to do a lamb curry. How about that? Sounds good. Sounds good. Right. So we've got the ingredients set out here. Onion, garlic, some various seasonings and spices that I'll go through as I add them to the dish. And we've got a microwave safe, I hope, Pyrex dish here. It's a bit small, but you're only cooking for yourself. Yeah. For now. But you might want to get a big one down the line. And yeah, you'll be able to use this for cooking rice, meat, and all sorts of different dishes in here. It's better if you have 1 or 2 or even 3 different sized dishes, so you can cook different recipes in them when you need to. Okay, so what did we say? Lamb curry. All right. First things first. Just cut the onion up. For that size dish, you're just going to need half an onion. Okay. Now let me get on with that. Slice it up. I'll get the meat ready. How are you going to slice? Just slice it up. Don't worry too much about any kind of finesse. Alright, so I've basically got about 1 kilogram of lamb. I asked them in the shop, what in Tesco, and I told them to dice it up, and they did. So for that size dish, we're going to use half that. So we're going to use about half a kilogram of meat. Give it a wash. So you get any chef's training? Yeah, come in handy. Yeah? Who you trained? Gordon Ramsay or Jamie Oliver?
No, I went Thames Valley, did a little junior chef course there for 10 weeks.
Alright.
For 10 weeks?
Yeah.
10-week course, well, it must be a pro.
Did 10 different dishes.
Did you do a microwave dish though? That's the question.
No.
That's the question.
No, at least 2 hours every time.
2 hours? Right. Did you do a lamb curry?
Did I do
or anything similar?
No, I did an onion fajitas. That's the closest I came to any Indian food.
Okay. Fajitas?
Spicy food.
Okay, yeah. They're close in flavour, but not close in geography.
Yeah.
Put about 2 cloves of garlic. So we've washed the meat. Got the meat here. I'm going to put in a potato, like half a potato in there as well, and that will help thicken up the gravy that's made by the meat when you're cooking it. So you can chop that, half of that up as well, please, just slice it up. Don't bother about peeling it, it's fine. Got 10 weeks of chef's training to see how well they taught you how to cut up a potato.
I never was cut a potato.
You've never cut a potato?
No, I never cut it at the...
Alright.
And a nice bit down.
There is a dull knife in it. You have to give it put some elbow grease on that. So while you're doing that, let's go through. I'm gonna start adding the seasoning to the meat. Just bring the meat over here. And yeah, first and foremost, salt. I like to use sea salt, natural stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bit, dash of salt in there. And we said we're gonna make a lamb curry.
Yeah. I'm
gonna take a shortcut, as we said. You know, this is all about saving time. So I'm gonna put in some curry powder. This is the mild version. You can get hotter ones as well if you like a bit more spicy, but I'm just going to put the mild one this time. About 2 tablespoons of curry powder. And since this is mild, let's give it a little bit of extra help, right? To give it that curry effect, I want it to look even more yellow, so I'm going to put some turmeric powder in there as well. Just about half a tablespoon of turmeric powder. You can use fresh ginger, chopped, or you can just put in a bit of ginger powder. This is the quick way. Maybe about half a tablespoon of ginger powder and some black pepper. Depending on how hot you want it. Again, add an appropriate amount of black pepper. I'm going to put in about 1.5 tablespoons of that. Some coriander. And all these ingredients here, you should be able to get it in your local supermarket, especially if they've got an ethnic section. Put about half a tablespoon of coriander in there. Or you can go down to your local grocery store. A lot of Asian grocery stores that will sell all these types of ingredients. Now this is my secret ingredient. This is pimento. Normally I get a mortar and pestle and grind it.
Yeah.
But you might be able to buy it pre-ground as well. Right? And to be honest with you, this is what you'd use if you're making curry goat. And I've got a curry goat recipe on microwavemasterchef.com if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, it's going to stick in maybe about 6 pimento seeds in there. And yeah, could you cut those potatoes up into 2 centimetre chunks? So I'll make them a third of the size they are now. And while you're doing that, I'll just throw in the onion and the garlic. So you're going to be studying at UJ?
Psychology, psychology course.
Psychology, yeah? How long's the course?
3 years.
3 years, man. So after that, you'll be able to interrogate people's minds, understand the inner workings of the human psyche.
That's the plan.
Is that the plan, yeah? So what do you want to do with that qualification when you leave?
At the moment, not too sure, but I'm into social psychology, so like in a workplace sort of thing, sort of like disagreements like within a workplace, HR is the plan at the moment.
Alright, okay. So you're going to try and prevent these disgruntled employees that you read about in the papers from coming into the building after you've got the sack and shooting up the whole place. Yeah, we need that, definitely. Oh yeah, forgot about this, bay leaves. These are dried bay leaves. These will give it that kind of eastern flavour. Let's throw a few of those in there as well. Alright, we start to combine all of these ingredients here in the dish. Now generally, alright, if you did plan ahead and you did have a bit of extra time, it'd be a good idea if you could let this meat marinate overnight, or even for half an hour. Half an hour minimum, I'd recommend. But we don't have that kind of time here today because we need to get this food done in a hurry. So this is an example of when things have to be done quick. We're taking time chatting, but if you came back from your studying one evening, you needed to get your dinner ready, you'd have had this done within what, 5 minutes, chop up a few onions, chop up a few potatoes, dash the seasoning in the meat, Right, I think we're gonna need only half of those potatoes now, so I'm gonna just throw those in. We don't want to overfill the dish. Yeah, that'll do it. That's nice. Alright, so you can see already, I bet you're feeling hungry right now. Look, it's real meat and it still looks good.
Action.
We rolled in. Okay, right. Final step now. Well, not the final step, but the preparation. Final step of the preparation is to add water to that. So if you can just fill that cup with water.
All of it?
Just water, cold water. Let it run for a bit because you don't know what's feeding those pipes for the summer. So for 1 kilo of meat, I've normally used 1.5 cups. So for this, we're going to need what, 3/4 maybe. Yeah. So this is about almost 3/4 full. So we want to put it all in. So it's not full of water, but there's a lot of water in the meat. All those juices and oils will be released from the meat as it cooks. You have to cover it up. If you cover up the dish, you'll see the juices. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of plastic in the microwave. I just don't like the idea of putting the plastic in the microwave. I always use glass or porcelain, not plastic. So what I'm going to do is put this plate over the dish. And if you know, there's a lot of times where you don't have a lid for your Pyrex dish, so put something else in it, like a plate, like how I'm doing. Let's get that in the microwave now. This is the first time we've tried this microwave. I'm not even sure if it's working. But seems to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to put it on full power. Crank it up to 30 minutes. And just let it ride. Simple thing. Alright, so here we go, 35 minutes later, and we've got our finished product in here. A lamb curry. It's going to be hot, so make sure you get protection. It's better to get some oven gloves, but if you haven't, just get a cloth. And look at that, can you smell that?
That's good, man.
Does that smell delicious? Yeah, give it a little stir.
And Jordan, always make sure that you soak up the thing afterwards straight away. It'll be easier to wash.
Listen to your mother, alright? Don't forget all that advice that your mother's been giving you all these years. Now you're at uni on your own.
It works.
That's it. So this is the finished product. So I'll put some on the plate here and you can try some of it. Everybody gets a piece. Okay, here you go.
Cheers.
You student.
Yeah, a bit of meat potato in.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Gonna be doing this more often while I'm down here.
Alright, you try it. Yeah, your mum try some.
You want some, Mum?
Let's get some for.
She's camera shy.
Mum doesn't go on
She's too
camera.
camera shy to try some. But yeah,
And
highly
grandma.
recommended.
Grandma's here as well.
What's going
Let's
on?
give grandma a little taste.
What's going on there?
Grandma from the Caribbean.
Lamb curry.
Oh, lovely.
Is it anything comparable to your cooking skills?
Is this the one I got? Is this the right?
This is excellent.
Yeah, I told you.
Excellent. What are the ingredients?
We went through the ingredients at the start. So all it is lamb, onion, garlic, some curry powder, turmeric, bit of pimento, black pepper. Good.
This is great stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, did you put it in the microwave? I'm gonna be doing that.
There you go.
Thank you. It's a masterpiece.
Sorry, but let me just cook rice, Jordan. I don't like rice.
Yeah, but then you put it in the microwave.
You can put it in the microwave as well.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but he doesn't like rice.
I I do with sauce. I find it good.
No.
Yeah, so any more some of those plates?
Fantastic, it's lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I don't need rice.
Are you quite surprised at how good it tastes?
I don't need rice. I can have bread with it.
But Jordan, you've got to learn how to do the rice as well. It's easy. It's even easier than this. Right, so this has been another MicrowaveMasterChef.com presentation. In this episode, we call Student Food. Jordan has now graduated on his first day, so he's now able to cook and feed himself and survive for, was it 3 or 4 years of youth?
3 years.
3 years he's going to be here and he's not going to go hungry. So we'll see you next time.